I'm Josh Nichols, sitting here today at Family Solutions Counseling with Derek Thomason, who is a counselor at his counseling practice is called Just a Step Counseling, and he's here with us at Family Solutions. So feel free to go to our website at www.familysolutions.ok.com to read more about Derek. But I'm going to introduce you just a little bit here. Derek comes to us from Arkansas, but he actually is an Oklahoma native, born and raised here in Oklahoma.
That's right.
And got his higher education in counseling, his master's degree from Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas, which is a very good school. I've been there. And so we feel fortunate to have him back in Oklahoma and also here with us at Family Solutions, because we're actually doing a lot of work closely together right now. And so I'm gonna just talk to Derek a little bit about himself, so those of you that are watching can get to know who he is and more about his practice. And so I'm just sitting here looking at your card, and you're a licensed professional counselor, but you're also what we call a CSAT,
right,
a CMAT, and an EMDR specialist. So
that's right.
I'd like to kind of work through those a little bit, and so people know more about those specialties that you're a part of here. So let's just start with the CSAT. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, CSAT is a certified sexual addiction therapist. I was working in an inpatient residential treatment facility, and we learned that sexual addiction played a huge role in chemical addictions as well. That there was a lot of comorbidity there, or they occurred together a lot. So we decided that we needed to get more information. So the whole staff was trained there to be a certified sexual addiction therapist, so that we could better deal with the issues that we were noticing, various issues with pornography and infidelity and other sexual acting out that seemed to be following addictive patterns that we were familiar with already. So
sure. And so I'm also a certified sex addiction therapist, and it's a pretty intense training. And so you're trained under one of the leading experts in the field, which is Patrick Carnes, just through his program. And so it's very intense, and it takes a long time to get that certification. I know that personally, because I also had to go through it myself. Actually in Searcy, and so
that's right.
And I think that the CMAT kind of goes right along with that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a certified multiple addictions therapist through the same organization, and that just basically we did an additional training in chemical dependency, which was something that we were already familiar with, but we thought we could broaden our understanding and figure out how to kind of unify our approach to sexual addiction with our approach to chemical addiction as well. And so that certifies me to work with any kind of addiction in that way that I've been familiar with.
Right.
So,
which makes sense considering that there's often more than one addiction present.
Yeah.
When we're working with addicts.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, alcohol and drugs tend to go hand in hand with a person's sexual acting out, or food addictions, or other things that we see a lot. So
right, okay. And then EMDR is a very special form of treatment for trauma, correct?
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, EMDR is a very interesting treatment technique. It's specifically for trauma mostly, but has also been used with addictions as well. Part of that is what we find with most addictions is that people have a significant history of trauma, and so we can work through that trauma, help desensitize some of the level of disturbance of that trauma in order to help reduce how much it impacts a person's behavior, specifically addictive behaviors. It also allows us to kind of target some of the triggers for addiction, for relapse and things like that, and then install some positive factors for relapse prevention and things like that as well.
Right.
So there's a lot of benefit from EMDR, and often you can get several sessions worth of work done in just one session, and it's kind of mystical, it's kind of different, it's kind of confusing how it works, but it works. And so very interesting technique for sure.
Highly effective form form of treatment. It's fortunate to have you here. There's not a lot of people. There's a lot of people that does it, but they're not doing it regularly, and it's fortunate to have you here so we can start utilizing that treatment more often. It's a very, very effective form of treatment in that sense. So now something that's interesting too about you is that you are a licensed professional counselor, but you are trained as a marriage and family therapist.
Yes, that's
correct.
Right.
So
yes.
I just want to be clear on that too. So for those of you watching this that are seeking relational counseling and looking for that person that has gone through a training program where they're trained to work with couples and relationships, Derek, his licensure is LPC, but he is trained as an LMFT, or licensed marriage family therapist.
Absolutely, yeah. My background is marriage and families, and my thinking is very systemic, or looking at the whole environment of the person. So even in individual work, I find that we talk a lot about family and relationships and things like that that are surrounding the individual and the behaviors. So
right. Well, I appreciate you sitting here with me today. We were just chatting before we did the video that I forgot to take off my OSU shirt, but Derek has
that's right.
His OU represented back here in the background, so
we're equal opportunity.
That's right. We're accepting of all here, so we all get along very well.
That's
so.
right.
Again, appreciate you having you here. If you want to read more about Derek, go to familysolutions.ok.com. Find Derek's profile, read a little bit more about him, and some of the other services that we have on our website there. So we appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.